Shalom everyone. Today is the feast of the Lord, the day of Pentecost, the day the fire falls. Shavuot, the 50th day, the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, the fulfillment of the promise of the Father, the completion of 50 days of preparation, and the beginning of everything that follows. Day 50, the feast of Shavuot, also known as Feast of Pentecost. The 50th day, we made it. All 50 days, all 7 weeks, from the day of resurrection, the feast of first fruits, to this morning, from Egypt to the fire, we made it. And this morning, on the day the disciples were all together in one place, the fire falls. Acts chapter 2 verse 1. When the day of Pentecost arrived, they were all together in one place, and suddenly there came from heaven a sound like a mighty rushing wind, and it filled the entire house they were sitting in. And divided tongues as of fire appeared to them and rested on each one of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit. Suddenly, wind and fire, and they were all filled. 120 people who had counted 50 days, who had removed Egypt, walked the wilderness, gathered manna, stood at Sinai and entered the covenant and kept the upper room and consecrated the vessels, were all filled, every one of them. Not the most spiritual, not the most faithful, not the ones who had the cleanest record or the most impressive preparation, every one of them who was still in the upper room. Do you understand what happened on this day? The promise Jeremiah spoke 700 years earlier, I will write my law on their hearts, was fulfilled. The vision Ezekiel saw in exile, I will put my spirit within you, fulfilled. The dream Joel received, I will pour out my spirit on all flesh, fulfilled. The promise Yeshua made in the upper room, I will send the helper, the Spirit of truth, fulfilled. The words Yeshua spoke on the morning of the ascension, wait for the promise of the Father, fulfilled. Every prophetic thread of the entire biblical story, from Moses to Malachi to Yeshua to Acts 2, converging in one room on one morning, in one outpouring. The covenant that was written on stone at Sinai was now written on living hearts by living fire. What the law could only describe, the Spirit now produces from within. What no amount of human effort and religious performance could achieve, the outpouring of God accomplished in a moment. This is the fulfillment. This is what 50 days was always pointing towards. Not just a historical event to be understood, but a present reality to be received. Because Peter stood up on this day in Jerusalem and declared, "The promise is for you and for your children and for all who are far off, everyone whom the Lord our God calls to himself." That promise has not expired. It did not end in Jerusalem on the morning 2000 years ago. It is available right now to every person who has counted these 50 days and prepared themselves, to every person who kept their lamp burning, to every person who is still in the room with open hands. The Hebrew word Shavuot means weeks, the feast that marks the completion of 7 weeks of counting. It is also called Hag HaBikurim, the feast of first fruits, the first harvest of the year. The first fruits offering brought before God as a declaration, this is the beginning. What you are seeing today is not the whole harvest. It is the first of what is coming. The outpouring on day 50 was not the end of what God was doing. It was the first fruit of the new creation age, the first fruit of the Spirit poured out as a promise and a down payment of everything that would follow. What began in that upper room that morning has continued for 2000 years, and it continues today, in this room, with you. You counted 50 days. You showed up every morning, removing, walking, receiving, and surrendering. You kept your flame through the long weeks of the wilderness and the confrontation of Sinai and the intimacy of the covenant and the patience of the upper room and the consecration of the final week. And now, on the 50th day, the same promise that fell on 120 people in Jerusalem is available to you right now, in this moment. The Father who has kept His promise to them keeps His promise to you. The Spirit who filled that room fills us. The fire that fell on them falls on the prepared vessel, and you have been preparing for 50 days. This is your Pentecost. Receive it. Right now, after the video ends, stop everything else, set down the phone, close other tabs, stay away from noise, find a quiet place. This is your day of Pentecost. It deserves more than 30 seconds of attention. Give it the time it deserves. Give it the space. The fire does not fall in the margins of a busy day. It falls on the person who stopped everything to receive it. With open hands, say this slowly and receive every word. Holy Spirit, I have counted 50 days. I have prepared this vessel. I have removed Egypt and walked the wilderness and stood at Sinai and entered the covenant and kept the upper room and consecrated everything I have. The vessel is empty of everything that competed with you and full of everything that was prepared for you. I receive you now, not as a concept, not as a doctrine, not as a historical event, but as a living, present, personal outpouring of the God who promised and always keeps His word. Fill me, not just touch me. Fill me, not just inspire me, inhabit me. Come, Holy Spirit, I am ready. The vessel is open. The fire falls now. After you have received, write the most important entry in your Omer journal. On day 50, the 50th day of the Omer, the day of Pentecost, this is what God did. Write whatever happened. Write what you felt. Write what shifted. Write what you received. Write even if nothing dramatic occurred, because the act of presenting yourself, opening your hands and declaring yourself ready is itself the fulfillment of everything the 50 days built towards. Write it, date it, and keep it, because the testimony of what God did on your day 50 is the seed of what He will do through you in the days to follow. 50 days ago, you began counting. You did not know on day 1 what day 50 would cost you or build in you or produce in you or remove from you. You did not know how different the person you arrived at the 50th day would be from the person who started at the first. But you counted anyway, day by day, morning by morning, one step at a time, from the day of resurrection to Pentecost. From the feast of first fruits of resurrection, that is Yeshua, to the fire. From freedom to fullness. From the beginning of the journey to the outpouring that makes the journey worthwhile. The counting is complete. The fire has fallen. What God does next with a vessel that has been 50 days in the making, that is not the end of the story. That is where the real story begins. Go, carry the fire. The world has been waiting for people who counted all 50 days. You are one of them now. Hag Shavuot Sameach, or Happy Pentecost. The fire falls and it does not go out. God bless you all, and thanks for joining me on this journey for 50 days. You can subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification icon if you would like to continue your journey of studying the Bible with us. Have a blessed day.